If you have been watching the job news lately, it probably feels confusing. One month, we were told the economy lost jobs. The next month, we added 64,000 jobs. At the same time, the unemployment rate just climbed to 4.6%, the highest level we have seen since late 2021. So the obvious question is, are things getting worse? Or are they starting to stabilize? So today I want to break down what these mixed signals actually say about the health of the US economy and what they mean for your wallet going into 2026. So let's start with what everyone is seeing on the screen. October shows a loss about 105,000 jobs. November followed with a gain of 64,000 jobs. At the same time, unemployment moved higher. So that's why the headlines feels all over the place. Some stories focus on jobs being added. Others focus on unemployment rising. Both are true. And that's what makes this moment tricky to understand. When job data moves back and forth like this, it usually means one thing. The economy isn't breaking. It's adjusting. Strong economies don't usually lose jobs every month. And weak economies don't suddenly add them back. But we're seeing instead is an economy that's slowing down without fully stalling. Growth isn't disappearing. It's becoming uneven. Adding jobs after a weak month can be a positive sign. But the details matter. When you look at where the jobs are coming from, most of November's gains were concentrated in a few areas, like healthcare, construction, and government-related roles. At the same time, sectors like transportation, warehousing, and parts of leisure and hospitality are either slowing or losing jobs. That tells us something important. This isn't a broad-based momentum yet. It's a selective growth. There's also a bigger shift happening underneath these numbers. The White House has talked about rebuilding manufacturing and industrial capacity in the U.S. Regardless of politics, transitions like this, that takes time. Factories don't open overnight. Supply chains don't move instantly. And new industrial jobs don't appear all at once. During that adjustment, job growth in other parts of the economy can slow. That creates a short-term pressure while the longer-term benefits are still forming. In other words, the economy can feel weaker before it feels stronger. For workers, this kind of economy feels uncomfortable. So you hear about jobs being added, but you don't feel confident switching jobs. Raises feel harder to get. Promotions take longer, and even if you're employed, money still feels tight. That's because job growth and cost of living aren't moving together yet. Having a job doesn't automatically mean financial relief. So looking ahead, interest rate cuts could help lower rates, make it easier for businesses to borrow and invest. Over time, that can support hiring and expansion. But rate cuts don't work instantly. They move through the economy slowly. So that's why 2025 can still feel uneven, even if conditions improve later. If things go right, 2026 could look more stable. But the path there is really smooth. So no, these job numbers don't mean everything is fixed. But they also don't mean the economy is falling apart. What they tell us is this: the US economy is in a transition. And transitions feel messy before they feel better. That's why it's important to look beyond the headline numbers and pay attention to where jobs are being added and where they're slowing and how that shows up in everyday life.